everyone, and welcome to episode number 9 of the JaianMusic Q&A series. Today's question comes from Scott Cavano, and he asks, what are you willing to do to succeed in this business? And by this business, he means the music industry, of course. Scott, that's a loaded question right there, buddy. What am I willing to do to succeed in this business? I'm willing to do everything and anything to succeed in the music industry, in the music business. I studied music business in college when I was taking music industry arts, and I really got to see what it takes and what kind of roles and what kind of people are in the music industry. One thing I noticed very quickly is that the Canadian music business specifically is a very small business. A lot of people know each other. It's not as big as people think it would be. Burning any sort of bridge is a horrible idea. You have to maintain a good relationship with all of the people and all of the individuals that you meet and network with. I'm always making sure I'm active on social media. I'm always putting out content. I've had people ask me, oh, what do you think of this song? Or what do you think of this? And I never know that person. I'm going to need them at some point. So I'm always taking the time to listen to the music they have to show me. And I'm always giving back feedback. And I'm always helping them out. You know, a lot of my friends who are musicians, since I finished music industry arts, a lot of them are inboxing me and asking me, oh, can you give me advice on this song and stuff like that? And I take the time to do that because I want to be a nice person and I want to make sure that people know that I care, and I want to make sure that people know that and remember and have good vibes for me, because you never know who you're going to meet and what kind of project you're going to do, and you might work on this project with this person that you know, and if you treat that person really well, then it's going to have good chemistry and you're going to move forward with that person in a good way. So one thing I'm willing to do is make sure that all of my bases are covered and make sure that I'm always getting along with everyone. That's something you need to do. You need to be a good person. It can't come from a place of, oh, I'm going to be nice because I have to. No, I genuinely enjoy people I work with, and I genuinely enjoy people. I'm a very outgoing person, so I do take the time to get to know people, and I'm very sociable. Something I was very willing to do to succeed in this industry is take an entire 1 year of my life to study the music industry. When I took music industry arts, it was 3 semesters in a row. It was from September to August. It was a full year. It was a full year, and it was very, very intense, but it was very fun as well too. And I got to do a lot of cool stuff, but I was willing to put myself through that. A lot of people actually quit the program as the program was going through. We started with a certain amount, and that amount decreased a lot by the time we got to the end of the semester. I was really happy to know that I made it through and I have the potential to make it through. And I'm willing to go through everything to make sure I succeed in this business, because it's very important for me to succeed. This is my life. This is my passion. Making videos and making music and producing, mixing, mastering, editing, sound effects design, all this stuff, voiceover, making videos. This is all my passion. This is what I love doing. And if I can make a living from this, I would be so happy. I would be the happiest person I could ever possibly be, because I would be my own boss and I would have all the freedom in the world. I have so many projects I'm currently working on, and if those projects could somehow finance my life, that would be great. That would be amazing, and I'm willing to work extremely hard to make that happen. Whenever I make a song or whenever I do some sort of musical project, I take a very long time out of my day to make sure it's perfect and it's the way I like it. Whenever I'm working on a mix for a customer, I make sure it's to perfection and that every single stem that he sent me is absolutely perfect in the way he described me. For example, I got hired to make music for this video game called The Gosling Clock, and when they hired me, they explained what they wanted out of the song, and I worked very hard on that song, and I shared it to a bunch of my friends, and I shared, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I got feedback, and I really wanted to get a couple of pairs of ears on this specific song, because this was something very important. This was my debut shot as a musician on a video game crew, and so that was the coolest thing in the world, first of all, to get that gig, but I wanted to make sure it was perfect. Another thing I'm willing to do to succeed in this music business, and this might put me ahead of everybody else, I'm willing to go across the country. I'm willing to go across the 4 corners of the world. For example, I'm going to France because of music, because I love music, and because this is an experience and a chance for me to gain knowledge and succeed in the music business, okay? I don't know if everyone would take the time and take 3 months of their life to go work on a production, or a whole year of their life to be in school to learn about the music business. These are all things I did and I'm currently doing because I love music and because this is my passion and my life. There is nothing more fun to me than making music. I remember the first time I won a contest online because of one of my songs. It was my first semester at music industry arts. There was an indie rap contest. There was an indie rap contest, and I entered one of my lunatic rapper songs, and it won first place. That felt amazing. It was a voting contest, okay? It was get your fans to vote for you. So I would be very active on social media, to say the least, and getting my fans to support me. And when people came through for me and I won, I felt so good. And I worked very hard on that song, and I worked very hard on making sure people voted for me, and I succeeded, and that felt amazing. I was willing to take so many hours out of my day to make sure that would happen. I don't know. A lot of people around me, I don't know if they would take the time to do that. I don't know that. I really feel like I work very hard to succeed in this business, and I have the results to prove it, you know? I've garnished a good social media following, you know? I have about, over 10,000 followers throughout all of my social media, and every single one of those followers is because they enjoy my music. To get that many people behind something when I'm only 21 years old is insane to me, and it's only the beginning. It really only is the beginning, and I worked very hard to attain everything that I got so far. If you go through my resume, you'll see I've done quite a bit of things, whether it be in music industry arts, outside of music industry arts, sound designs, video games, voiceover, discography. All of these different things I did are on my resume. All of these things are stepping stones to me succeeding in this music business. I really want this to happen, and I don't know what the future will hold for me, but it's exciting because I love what I do. I'm genuinely extremely passionate about this. So that's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to do everything to succeed in this business. There's nothing I'm not willing to do. Nothing. And I will work extremely hard to succeed. That's the bottom line of this episode. I will do anything I need to in order to succeed in this business. That's me. That's just the way I was built when it came to the music industry. I am very passionate. When I went to Canadian Music Week, okay, it was a networking event. I brought my business cards for 3 days straight and networked and met as many people as possible. And I made a bunch of new contacts and shared my music with all of them and really got behind new productions thanks to that. In 3 days, I think I networked around almost 50 people. I met 50 different people and had 50 different conversations with different people. I would go to different panels and I would sit in the front. I would ask questions. I would understand what we're talking about, and I would network with as many of the guest speakers as possible. And that's what I did in every single panel. And I worked very hard to do that and to get all those business cards and to meet all those people and make good contacts. These are all things I worked very hard on, and it's another example of what I was willing to do in order to succeed in this music industry. A lot of people in my program took this trip as, oh, cool, I'm going to Toronto, I'm going to have fun. No. This trip to me was homework. This was my first time at a networking event, so I worked very, very hard, and I succeeded in what I wanted to do because I networked and made a bunch of new contacts. That and even more is what I'm willing to do in order to succeed in this business, Scott. I hope I answered your question properly. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much. That question was great. I loved that question. Thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate that. So you guys, if you want to help me succeed in the music business, you can start with a very small step. You can follow me on Twitter @TweetMeJaian. You can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/JaianMusicBand. And you can also check out my website, JaianMusic.com. Make sure to smash that like button, and I will see you next time, guys. Take care.